What's up, beautiful people? I have a real quick message for you. Not too quick, but it is a divine message that someone needs to hear. And what I want to tell you is that, yes, you are safe. You are protected. You are on your divinely guided and orchestrated path, your destined path, while you're pursuing your purpose, your dreams, your goals, your passions, and walking in your higher calling. You've answered your call and you have nothing to worry about, okay? So if you are in a situation and basically your circumstances kind of prevents you from having peace, look, peace comes from within. You don't have to worry about anything that's going on. And I'm going to tell you, because it's coming to me now, how do you know that you're on the path? That sometimes our outside circumstances, the environment, the people, their energy can sometimes prey on us, right? And it can kind of throw us off course or deter us just a little bit consciously, right? Where we start questioning our path, questioning our calling, we're questioning our decisions and the things that we have been divinely guided to do, right? So when this happens, one, meditate, pray, journal, go out in nature, dive more into your craft, whatever it is that you're passionate about, okay? Create, all right? So it's going to help bring you back to center. But what I also want to tell you is that when things like this happen, just know you are on the right path. And this is how you know you're on the right path, right? So when you are on the path, and this is what I'm talking about, that you didn't choose this path, that you heard that inner guidance, that voice, you heard the voice of God, your angels, your ancestors, the universe say, this is the path to take, which is always going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be an unknown path. You're never going to know what's going to happen next, okay? It's literally the unknown, all right? And it's not meant to be comfortable. It's going to challenge everything about your faith, your belief, your strength, your perseverance, being steadfast. It challenges all of that. Everything you got to be wiped away, okay? So this is the path that's going to guide you through it, and it's going to allow everything to be tested, all right? But anyways, how you know you're on the right path is that you're going to see the most miraculous things happen that you've never seen before, that people would say is impossible happen, all right? And God can work with all frequency. The universe can work with all frequency, no matter how low, no matter how high, in the in-between, okay? It doesn't matter if someone is against you, they don't believe in you, if they try to deter you verbally or physically. So I want to give you some examples. So on my own journey, I was manifesting for a long time freedom, financial freedom, freedom to pursue my dreams and my goals without having to worry about working a job or even running a business, because I did have a trucking company. I made $250,000. Or running a business that's not like dealing with my passions, but running a business just to make money, to stay afloat and to pay all of my bills. It was taking my time. So I wanted financial freedom and freedom in general to pursue my dreams, pursue my goals, to nourish my gifts and my talents, and to be able to travel, to share my gifts and talents with the world, and not have to use my talents per se. Although I will earn money with my talents, but I didn't want to have to rely on my talents solely to make money. I wanted it just to flow in. So every direction I took, it seemed like it was roadblocks put up. And every time I would pray or I would meditate and I would go within and go to spirit, it would always say, you have to walk away from your business. You have to start completely over. You have to let everything go and rely on faith. Now, at the time, I was like, wait a minute, how am I going to pay my bills? Everything that I was attached to through the 3D world, through the worldly consciousness, it was so much fear, like bill collectors or my business accounts, taxes, all of that stuff. You know, what people were going to say, what would my family think? You got to go through it, right? So I trusted the process and I did everything that I was guided to do. Everything fell apart. When I say everything fell apart, I'm talking about everything, okay? So I was living in my Jeep until it got repossessed. That's going to be a different story, because that was faith and guidance through that too, and protection. And then my mom, who initially did not agree with what I was doing, all of a sudden now she I'm not going to say she agrees with it, but she understood it and she took me in. And her husband didn't agree with it. So what I'm saying with the divine protection is that, okay, spirit moved me, God moved me and say, this is where we want you to be. Because I didn't want to go. Who wants to move back in with their parents? Okay, who wants to do that? You know, maybe some people are comfortable with it, but me, on my own path and journey, I had too much pride and too much ego. But that's something you have to be stripped from, right? Everything that you thought was what is not, okay? The veil is going to be lifted, okay? You're going to go through, this is what the hero's journey, you want to go through all the tests, right? So anyways, I'm doing what God, what spirit, the universe, my angels, my ancestors was guiding me to do. Stay grounded, you know, stay have your faith and keep creating content, keep working on your gifts and talents. Everything you need will be everything you need will be provided for you. But around you, you're going to ruffle feathers. There's going to be people that do not agree with what you're doing. They're going to hate you for it. They're going to verbally abuse you for it. It's going to be so many different things. They're going to withdraw. They're going to talk other people against you. But let me tell you how you know you're on the right path. Like I said, it's miraculous things that happen. So here's an example from my own personal journey, right? So I'm staying with, my mom and her husband. And I get it, how the world views things. Like, if you stay somewhere, you should be paying for this, paying for that. But no one really understands what it means, or your lineage had never done it before, what it means to pursue your dreams, to let everything go, to sacrifice everything, and to move forward and have to rely on others to help you regardless of the fact, right? So he would harass me and fuss all the time. And I just remember, I won't just sitting around not doing anything. I would help out. Like, payment don't just come in money. So I would cook, clean, do the dishes, take out the animals and things like that. Anyway, I knew that I could help, right? Which went unappreciated by him, not my mom. So anyways, what ended up happening is that he would always say mean and nasty things to me, but spirit God would always tell me, do not react. We're going to handle it. One day he locked me out the house, and I was so upset. I went to go walk their dog, and he locked me out, just being spiteful. And the next thing I know, the very next day, right, Look, miraculous things. He lost his keys and he had to use the bathroom. He had to do number two. He had diarrhea. I don't know where it came from. He was locked out of the house. I didn't hear him at the door and he ended up pooping on himself. Okay. You don't, I already knew what time it was, okay? Because I'm not saying that everyone's not God's people. You know what I'm saying? We're all God's people, but everyone don't answer their calling, okay? They divine path. We stay attached to the consciousness of the world. So that was one thing that happened with him, but he didn't learn. He still kept coming for me. He still was doing mean stuff to me and my mom, and it was becoming unbearable. And I was saying, Spirit, I don't know how much longer I can take this. I don't want to be here. Can you create another path? But Spirit said, no, this is the path for you. This is the path that we want you to take, okay? And you're going to stay here and you're going to keep pursuing your dreams and working on your gifts and talents until we move you. You don't move you. We move you. So he's still coming back and forth, harassing, upset, all over money. I get it. I'm not paying rent, even though I said I will pay once I get where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother story. But boom, you know how people be moved by materialistic things, third dimensional things. Okay. So, anyways, and that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. Next thing I know, I cleaned up their living room, right? It was so filthy or whatever from another, that was the cat, sorry about that, from another family member being there. It was so filthy, and I cleaned up the entire room. It took me about 2 hours to get all the trash together, and I cleaned the sofas, I vacuumed the carpet, scrubbed floors, everything. I did all of that, whatever. And I noticed that he started going in and eat. He wasn't going in there before, but I did it for him and my mom. That was my gratitude or appreciation. The very next day, he started fussing about me being there, living there. He's sick of me being there. It was like a complete 180. I'm like, well, what happened yesterday? Like, you were so happy. Then I'm trying to show my gratitude until it's time to go. He was so upset. So that night, I remember I was meditating and I was journaling. I was reciting positive affirmations. He fell through the door. And I was like, what's going on? His body was shaking and all kind of weird stuff, whatever. Now, me looking, I've seen it before, like he was dehydrated. He was using toxic vices as a cat, doing things that my mom's cat, he shouldn't be doing. I guess he was intoxicated and he was very, very dehydrated and he was kind of delirious. So me still being a good Samaritan, I called 911, and me and my mom, not just her, I went to, and we sat in the hospital with him. And you know what he told the doctors? He told the doctors that I was a witch. I actually felt flattered, like, wow, you think, that's, you giving credit to the wrong person, you give it to the Most High, because he's protecting me, because I'm on my divine path. I am. So that's what I mean. Like, people are not going to be able to harm you. They're not going to be able to move you. If you're where you're supposed to be, okay, and this is through God, through your angels, your ancestors, and they created this path. Sometimes it's going to be through other people, unfortunately. People's toes got to get stepped on, feathers going to have to get ruffled for you to pursue your person, your purpose and your vision. It's bigger than you. It's not about them. That's the thing about people. It's bigger. You're making a change, not just for yourself, but for your bloodline, for the world, okay? So, and you answered the calling. God came to you, Spirit came to you and said, this is what you got to do. This is like, we're the new Bible characters. I know it sounds weird, but that's how I look. We're the new Bible, okay? We're the new biblical characters, all right? It's funny that came to be, right? We are, because maybe civilizations down the line, 1,000 years from now, it's going to be a Bible with our situations in there, okay? Talking about our calling and the things that we did, right? So, that's how you know you are safe, you are protected, if you answer your calling. And it's not a path that you want to be, okay, but you're following that divine guidance, right? And you're going to keep moving forward. You're going to give it all that you got: faith, dedication, determination, persistence. You're not giving up. You're not alone. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. And that's how you know God will move anything and anyone out of your way so you can keep moving forward. Trust me, okay? So I don't know who needed to hear this. This video is a little bit longer. Come back to it if you need to, but trust me, this is your sign. You are on the right path. You are not alone. You are always safe and you're always protected. A way is always going to be made for you. I promise you that, okay? Love you guys. Bye.